By not doing government contracting, you are purposely leaving a potential $1 million on the table every single year for your business. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm super excited. For those who are joining me for the first time, I am Karwana D. I'm a government contract strategist, the expert that shows women and minority small business owners exactly how to start winning contracts. Over the past 5 years, I've helped more than 200 small business owners accumulate revenues of upwards of $3 million and growing, okay? And that's collectively. And so some of you who are kind of been thinking about if this is something that you may want to do, and I would say do it. And the reason why I say so is because there's a lot of money on the table, and I would prefer to recommend a client that's already looking to spend with a business rather than a client that you have to go convince to do business with you. So y'all ready for it? Are you ready? The government spends money regardless of what's going on in the world. During the pandemic, I'm pretty sure most of you were watching the news when they increased and created contracting opportunities in the numbers to the tune of trillions of dollars was released as a COVID relief. In other words, the federal government actually increased their budget and their spend of business products and services to the tune of multiple trillions of dollars during the pandemic. And so what I do know for a fact, my business 10X and anyone that was already in position and selling to the government actually was good and making highly profitable experiences during the pandemic, where those businesses who were not selling to the government and were not positioned and does not know anything about government contracting, many of them had to close their doors, and many of them are struggling to get back to where they were pre-pandemic. So government contracting is a fail-proof business model that safeguards your income, meaning that simply because the government is always spending money, the government never runs out of money. In fact, they print money and they're looking to give that money away. When you have the government as a client, it actually fail-proofs your business model. It's not the same as having individual customers or smaller customers where they get sick and then now your income is affected, or a pandemic hits and they're in the house and now your income is affected by that. So fail-proof your business model by adding an additional stream of income. And that additional stream of income that will fail-proof your business is the B2G, the business to government business model. Some of you who have been around, who may have been following me for a while, may understand that when it comes to simplified acquisitions, any contracts 250,000 and under has to go to small businesses, right? Guaranteed. It has to go to a small business, which means 4 contracts a year at that rate under the Simplified Acquisition Act, you can have $1 million. 4 is very easy. That's very doable. It's the only client that is obligated when it comes to spending money with small businesses. They're obligated according to the Small Business Act of America. They're obligated. It's an obligation that they spend a certain percentage of all of their multiple trillions of dollars that they spend with small businesses, right? What are small businesses? Women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, disadvantaged businesses, local small businesses, LGBT-owned businesses, veteran-owned business, service-disabled veteran-owned businesses, Native American businesses, right? So these are all small businesses that falls under the Small Business Act of America, where the government is obligated to actually do business with you. How about that? So there's no limit to what you can sell to the government. In one of my previous videos, I have a video talking about I think it was like 25 things you can sell to the government. And you will find that the government buys everything. So there is no limit to the types of things or what you can sell to the government. We're talking about from products to services. Like you see this jewelry that I have on, these earrings. You can sell accessories to the government. You see these braids I have in my hair, the little dreads, they're kind of cute. My sister did them for me. Shout out to Brita J. You can sell hair, styling, beauty services, haircut and barber services to the government. They buy that. So when I say you can sell everything, when you come and you say, I have a tax accounting services, or I have a credit repair service, or, I have a farm and grow food or whatever, trucking company, the government buys it all. Literally, right? So I always say, if you don't know if the government buys your stuff, sell it to somebody else. If they buy it, that means the government will buy it, because the government is made up of a body of people who actually consume the exact same thing that we consume and more. There's no limit to the types of things that you can actually sell to the government. And so you're actually paid a lot more to sell to the government. So they're a premium buyer, right? You're paid triple, quadruple the current value of your existing service. So let's just say you're selling a service for about $2,000. Well, now quadruple that. That's $8,000 for that same exact service. And that's just a hypothetical example. Okay. Would you prefer to have a cheap client who pays you nickels and pennies, or a premium client that pays you high quality contracts? We're talking about six-figure contracts, multiple six-figure contracts, $1 million contracts, multiple $1 million contracts, depending on your industry, the scope of work and the service that you provide. That is a guarantee. You're paid a lot more for your worth. Okay. There are millions of opportunities that are being put forth every single day, every moment, every second. There's opportunities across board. Guess what? By not doing government contracting, you're purposely leaving a potential $1 million a year on the table for your business. And I'm going to repeat that. By not doing government contracting, you are purposely leaving a potential $1 million on the table every single year for your business. So you say you want to be a millionaire. So you say you want to grow your business to $1 million. Do you want to do that 20 years from now, or you want to do that annually? And in 20 years, you will have hit a minimum of 20 million, right? And a lot of people say, I got to think about it. I got to ask my spouse, oh, it's too expensive to learn how to do this or whatever. These are some of the common objections, right? But guess what? There's an opportunity cost. It costs you not to do it. And what it costs you is a potential $1 million a year in your business that you're missing because you're not in position to do that. So when you think about it, a lot of times people think that expenses is something that comes out of your pocket, that you physically have to experience that. But you are still experiencing loss by not being in position to sell to the government. Whether or not it comes directly out of your pocket, it's coming out of your bank account. If you are not in position, you are missing out on a potential $1 million revenue generating system every single year. So count that up and see how much money you're leaving on the table. Here's the thing. The biggest questions that I get: will this work for me? Can you guarantee that this will work for me? People are looking for somebody to blame if they quit, right? And so the guarantee is, and this is my promise to you, if you're diligent about doing the work, you will get the result. That is my promise. That is the guarantee. That is what I know for a fact. Right? So anyway, if you want to learn more of how I can help you take your business to the next level, book a free strategy session at $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com. Go ahead and do that. So that's it for me. My baby requires my attention. It is playtime before I actually go into a session with my clients that will be landing contracts in the next 30, 60, 90 days. So if you want to become one of those clients that want to work with me directly, where I help you implement this system, the proven system, schedule your call and we'll check you next time. All righty. Oh, he just turned 7 months, so he wants y'all to see that he got teeth and he can move and he can talk. My little